Uh, this is beginning of chapter 19 from my novel Zippers. For those of you new here, I read this every day, 10-minute segments of my novel. If you like animal rights, if you like a novel about talking animals, you've come to the right place. This is the beginning of chapter 19. Day 2 of the trial was having everyone hoping for a conclusion, for the Christmas holiday was now too fast approaching. Despite the novelty and excitement with the distinct possibility of a talking cat witness, people were still thinking about church, gift exchanges, hot cocoa, and long drives to and from L.A. It was 9 a.m. and the defense was allowed to call the next witness. The defense would like to call Zippers Phelps to the stand. Like on the Conan show, Zippers wasted no time and quickly leapt off the table, trotted over to the foot of the booth. Raise your right paw, please, sir. Zippers complied like a dog about to shake hands. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. He jumped again and back into the booth. The bailiff then opened the booth gate so everyone could see the cat as he sat, looking regal and calm with his striped, multicolored, thick fur, white nasal bridge, chin and tuxedo chest, and pink nose. He stared straight ahead, his big, beautiful emerald eyes unblinking. He looked confident. He looked like he belonged on Mount Rushmore. Herschel approached. You and I have known each other for some weeks now, Zippers. Is that correct? Hi, Herschel. Yes, a couple of weeks. Zippers, in your own words, could you tell everyone in this room what it's like to be able to communicate like this, thanks to the formula your friend and Elise created? Objection! The formula your friends creatively worked on? Sure, Zippers crouched to get a bit more comfortable. When I first realized my tongue was loosened with my thoughts, so to speak, I couldn't really believe it. I was on Jacob's bed, we were playing a bit, and I just started talking. At first it was just a little bit because I was sort of freaking out. And I realized Jacob didn't know what was happening either. We were both freaking out. Zippers, momentarily distracted, swatted at a fly. Please go on. So I waited until the next day, and that's when it dawned on both of us the formula, which was deemed a boon for the autism world, was equally as miraculous for what I was experiencing. Me, a cat, talking to you, a human. As for what it's like, well, man, it's just plain weird. I mean, put yourself in my skin. It's as odd to me as it is to everyone in this room, I'm pretty sure. But I will tell you this. It is kind of nice, too. I mean, there are good people who have pets, and there are people who never should be allowed to have them. Of course, my Jacob is one of the good ones. But even with good human companions, there are so many times you wish you could go further than just food, water, warm blankets, and cold winter nights and clean litter boxes. There are times when you want to go outside with an ability to say, "Don't worry, I'll be right back. I just want to see who sprayed on our mailbox." Or, "Thanks for the breakfast, dude, but dude, this is the 5th day in a row you've given me tuna." And so on. I like television. I like radio. But sometimes you want to say more than meow when either are too loud or annoying. So you'd rather be able to communicate than go back to how things were? Oh, Herschel, of course. I mean, look, I'm guessing everyone knows about Coco by now. This goes way beyond creature comforts, no pun intended, and changing the supper menu on a regular basis. We're talking animal rights here. We're talking about endangered animals like gorillas being invited to the United Nations tables in person with microphones. This isn't just about me trying to entertain you people with puppets on talk shows. Getting back to your friend Jacob, do you know enough about his work to tell us enough or anything at all about all this animal liberation stuff? I do know, whether or not these people here started helping humans or not, that it was only Jacob and your cousin, Pepper, who helped me and Coco. None of that was being touted before from their side, these others here. They weren't bragging about what happened to us. Then, to be clear, where would you say your gratitude lies for this freedom of expression you're currently experiencing? Solely at the 4 feet of my companion and your cousin. And annex systems? How do they figure in? Like a decimal point? They only figure in the areas of access to tools, proper environment, and a necessary salary to live. It's volumes, man. Just ask anyone who had or does now have access to them. And I say does now because someone broke into our apartment and stole them recently. The notes you spoke of, volumes. Yes, if they get into the wrong hands, we can't even be certain where Jacobs and Pepper's hold on the patents lie. If they were stolen by Annex Systems, for example, then, of course, it's the same situation. Objection. This case is not reviewing some new burglary. The defense have already admitted to their break-in and confiscations. Mr. Blick refuted. Sustained. Zippers, Mr. Feltz. Please keep things on the relevance of your, companion's litigation case. We'd be more than happy to open a new case of allegations on a future date, but most of us have the holidays to deal with in a day or so. I'm sorry. Then all I can say is Coco and I hit the airwaves, continued Zippers calmly. We knew it was the only way to get the truth out before they tried to get in their own way. Zipper's right paw pointed towards the plaintiffs. Historically, publicly, we beat anyone who tried to prove or patent what is now common knowledge across the country, the world even. Those 18 people who were laid off along with Jacob and Pepper, they know this. Some of them are here today if you feel like talking to them. Your Honor, I have no further questions. The cat is your witness, Mr. Blick. I believe I'll allow co-counsel take over from here, Your Honor. Ms. Sternum. Anna Sternum straightened her skirt and approached the open witness box. She looked down at Zippers. She bent her knees. Hello, Mr. Feltz. Hi there. Mr. Feltz, forgive me if I act a bit awkward in my questions. I have a Persian cat at home, but I've never well talked with her. I'm not used to querying an animal. Well, Ms. Sternum, perhaps one fine day everyone will see themselves as animals and we'll all feel a little more comfortable with one another. I'm sure we will, Mr. Feltz. May I call you Zippers, by the way? Please do. I'm used to it, and so far in my life, my last name, courtesy of my companion, has only been used on veterinarian forms. May I call you Anna? Some soft laughter peeked from the jury. Oh, of course. Now, Zippers, when you first heard of your companions' break-in and their subsequent lifting of everything from the building known as the Annex, after which you supposedly accidentally drank the formula, thinking it was spilled milk, did you ever for an honest moment think it could have been the Annex that was responsible for your and Coco's liberation? That this place, this company of environment and tools and salary was possibly, just possibly, the place you wonderful animate or other species should be great?